Yes, sir.
Okay. So here we're changing permissions with the symbols, right? Like O plus R, O minus R, G plus R. So many things like individually means user wise, group wise, other user wise or adding a permission or removing permission or replacing a permission individually we are doing either it is user part or a group part or a others or a combined for all we are changing. We are not changing complete set of permissions, we are changing only either adding or removing a permissions only we are doing it. Okay, we are not changing complete set of the permissions, and this way of giving permission is called a symbolic mode. Symbolic mode. So this is a symbolic mode permissions. So other mode is absolute mode is there. Other mode is absolute mode. Here we use a numbering system. It usually like octal system only. Okay. Here we use a octal system. That is called a absolute mode. Here for a read, read means 4. Okay. Here read means 4. W means 2 and X means 1. Of course, we didn't practice on a folder permission wise, but in this one we will manage it. So if you write 4 in a binary, if you write 4 in a binary 100, see for example, permissions are R W X, right? Think like this: R W X. I want R means first one, so remaining is zeros. So R W X. So R W X. So R means R only 1. So 100. W. So I will tell complete set. Okay. So don't worry. W 010. X last is X, right? 001. Okay. So if you convert this number into by normal decimal format, it is a 4. It is a 2. It is a 1. If you want to combine all the things together, for example, you add all these things together. What is the value? Is this one 7? What is here? 111. 1 plus 0 plus 0, 1. 0 plus 1 plus 0, 1. 0 plus 0 plus 1, 1. This is the equivalent is 7 only. Okay. So, of course, you have a permissions user wise, group wise, and other user wise. Right? User, group, and others. I think it is very small letters. You can see. Okay. So, here. So, read means 4, write means 2, X means 1. For example, I have a certain permission. Don't worry about the permissions. I have a certain permission on a file. So I want to get this permission. Whatever the previous permission is there, we don't mind now. We want something. The task is user will get read write permission, group will get read write permission, others get read permission only. Same command ch mode only, but okay. If you want this permission on a particular file, so what to do? Chmod and rw. First one is user wise rw, right? So here it is. um, You can see, okay, someone came. 1 second, guys. Gaurav Sharma also came, but still my count is not increasing. Okay, so rwr. So it is a chmod. Okay, so rw. R means 4, right? R means 4, W means 2. So 4 plus 2, 6. Okay, that is user. Group, RW. 4 plus 2, 6. Other means only R, no W, means only 4. And a file and some file. So you will get this permission. If you give this command on the file, you will get this permission. Okay. So whatever the permission previously is there, we are not adding one. We are not removing a particular permission to a particular user group or other, or maybe we are not adding a permission for a particular user group or others. We are changing complete set of permissions. We are changing complete set of permissions using this symbolic mode. Okay. Got the point, guys? We'll see how to change this one. So I okay. What is the permission on this one? Ch file one. So permission is rw. Now I want to change like this. I want to change permission like this. So I will use a symbolic mode. So ch file one only. Ch mod 664 ch file one. Verify. So we got a permission like that. Okay. Just try to understand or try to put this thing like chmod 644 ch file 1. If I give what kind of permission I will get it? Tell me the permission.
Read, write, read, read.
Read, right? Because 6 means 4 plus 2 6. Next 4 means only read,
Read
and
and
4
read.
means only read. Very good. Okay, very good. It's correct answer. So it's RWRR. Okay. Next, I want to get permission like this. RW, no permissions. No means 0. Tell me number.
660.
660. Very good. Okay. So like this. So both we will verify once again. Okay. So we both will verify here. Ch mod 664. Sorry. 644, right? So 644 ch file 1. 1 1. What I'm doing. Okay. So can you see these permissions? RW X sorry RWRR I'm getting. Now chmod 660 ch file 1 I'm getting RW and this one. Okay, so this is your using of permissions. I put a clear so the screen came to down. So this is how we can able to use it. Of course, for example, if you have a directory, okay, you have a directory. For example, directory name is um, dir1. Directory name is dir1. Directory name is dir1. Okay, so it contains a directory, right? So when you create a directory, automatically it contains some. It contains a what we can say permissions, right? So we'll create a directory. Mkdir will create a directory and ls space hyphen ld dir1 because on the directory I want to see the file permissions. Okay, so first we'll see that one. Mkdir on directory, on this directory I'm going to create a directory. So directory dir1 ls space hyphen ld dir1. So this is a directory. Yes, these are the permissions. Means what is these permissions? We'll see. What are these permissions? D means directory. RWX means user can able to get read and write execute permissions, and group also getting read and write execute permissions, and others also getting you read and write execute permissions. Okay, so this is the permission set. Okay, again I just put this one, but if you look at this one, this is RWX, RWX, RWX. Now this is the permission. I want to change this permission like this: RX, RWX, RX, and RX, like that. I want to change permissions. Okay, so what is the mod? CH mod? How to do it? So don't look at this one. Look at this one only. RWX. R means 4, W means 2, X means 1 only. 4 plus 2 plus 1, 7. 4 plus 1, 5. 4 plus 1, 5. Okay, CH, no. DAR 1. Okay, this is how we can able to do it. So we'll see CH mod 755 DAR 1. Now I changed it. ls space hyphen LD. Now can you see? Here is a W. Now it is W is not there. So one change, right? One change. You know the previous permission, and you want to change it to like this. It means you can use symbolic mode also. You can use a symbolic mode. Otherwise, you can use absolute mode like this. This mode is a at a time change of entire set. For that one, we are using this one. Okay. Next, it's a two-way part. Last time, one batch, they asked lot of questions on it. They given answers very good, easy way. 7-0 DAR1. So what permission I will get it here?
Read write execute.
Read and
RWX.
execute. RX,
RW.
nothing.
XR.
0, nothing. For others. Very good. Now CH mod 750 DAR1. Correct answer. Good. Okay. So like this, we can able to give permission. Now others don't have a write permission, right? Others don't have a read or a write permission. So what I will do, I'll go to the user one and I will verify these permissions. In user one, I'm verifying that directory. CD DAR one. Try to go. No permission. LS space DAR one. No permission to go inside. We can't see it. Okay. So absolutely, like you want to copy a file, like you want to copy ch file 1 to dir 1, you can't copy also. So permission and because we removed read permission for others. So I'm going to this one, then I got a read permission now. So others I given a read permission 755. No. Where it is? User one. Now I am trying to go to see content of file. So now it is not giving a deny permission. Okay. CD. So I can go inside ALS. I have read permission. I don't have write permission. So if I want to create a file, can I create a file? Touch FF1. Permission denied. Why permission denied? I don't have write permission. I have a read permission means I can go to the directory because execute permissions are there. So cd works. Works because of execute permissions. ls because of I can able to read, the permission is there. I can't put a data inside because I don't have a write permissions. I don't have a write permission. Now what I'm going to do is chmod 777. What is this meaning? Anybody? What is 777?
Read, write, execute, or read, write,
Read
execute.
write execute, read write execute, read write execute for everyone. Okay, so it means everyone will get read and write execute rwx 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 permissions we get. Very good. Everyone will get a permission. So I created a directory and everyone can able to access. How to make that one? Give the permission is 7777. Okay, so now I'm going to user. I'm creating a file. Yes, I create a file. It is ls. The file is created. Okay, so everyone will get a permission on this one. Okay, so I think you guys are understand the symbolic mods. Okay, I will give you a few symbols here.
Yes, sir.
Like one is 755, 775. It's a most common 777. Okay, 770. These are most commonly used one. Okay, so what is a 755? It means RWX, RX, R hyphen X. What is 775?
RWX, RWX, RX.
Very good. And this is beautiful one, right? So very laziest one. So it got all permission. So why we need a restrict access? Also full access. This is RWX, RWX, no permissions. Okay? It depends upon organization, application, folder, folder content, installed application like that. We use this kind of stuff. Okay, so this is a ch. Okay, so I will want to tell you one more thing about this symbolic mode, but first I want to clear this one. Guys, see, it is ls space sorry, ls space hyphen l dir1. First of all, I will show you d ld. So on dir I given full permission, but mm, if you go inside of this dir1, this file this file is getting these permissions by default. Can you see this file is created by user 1 and group 2? What is why it is showing group 2 here? Because user 1 primary group is group 2. That's why it is showing group 2. And these are the permissions. So user 1 can able to read and write. Group users can able to read it. Others can able to read it. So this is the file. Hmm. So, okay. Now I'm going to create a file inside of this directory dir1 slash ff2. Now see this one. This first one is created by ff1 and this one is created by ff2. Like, but both are getting a different one. Maybe because of the user differences, student and user one differences. Okay, so their umask value, that one. Okay, so this is created by student and this is created by user. Okay, so this is, sorry, this is created by student and this is a student primary group, and this is created by user one and it is user one primary group. So that's why it is showing this group here, group permissions. user permissions. These are the permissions. Okay. Now I want to change the permission, these permissions for a for these two files should have same kind of permissions. What I will do, chmod hyphen capital R 755 dir1. So it changed the permissions on dir1. See, dir1 permission is everyone can able to read and write execute, but I'm changing permission to read write execute, read write. So execute also there. Changing permissions of ff1 operation not permitted. Why not permitted? Because it is created by different user. That's the problem. So, but it is changed to this file. Read write execute affected on this file, but not affected on this file because it is created by different user. Okay. No problem. I will show you R permission again. Don't worry. So we'll see that one. Okay, guys. This is about your chmod part two. Chmod part two. But I will continue with the different parts. Okay, so we'll see. That are recursive permission. I will show you the recursive permission also. Okay, so we can see that one. So otherwise, I will create another directory mkdir dar2. Okay, ls space hyphen ld dar2. So this is the permissions on dar2. Okay, by default permissions. Now I want to change the permissions of that one, but I didn't have any files. So slash dir2 slash fd1. I'll put a one dot for at a time I'm creating. So these are the four files. Four are created by student only, no problem. But everyone is getting RW only. Okay. Here what I'm using is chmod hyphen capital R. R means recursive. Permission on the directory and in the directory also will be changed. 750. I'm choosing 750 DR2. So what will happen? Internal files also will change it to execute mode. That's another problem is there in this one. Okay. Otherwise, you can choose like 640. What will happen? It's very dangerous one. Cannot access, permission denied. So I created this one. 750. It's not talking about that one. See, RWX, no permission on the files and as well as on the directory also. That what are the directory contents um, uh, contained permission, same permissions are applied to everyone in the directory. Okay. If you want to change it also, you can change it like this. Star. What happened? So everybody in the directory will get a permission. Now I change that one. Now I think like this. I change 640. I change internally. Okay. So like this we can apply. No need of R here actually because I said star here means all the files in the directory I mentioned here. So you no need of R. You need a R when you're applying like this means entire directory and internal files also you want to change. You need a R. Okay. Of course, sir. Another things also there with the space R. Sorry, hyphen R kind of stuff. We'll see that one. Okay. So don't get confused, guys. I'm going to start new one. New one is again we'll go to this one ls space hyphen l So we are not leaving this one alone. Okay, see who is the owner? Who is the owner? Student. Okay, student is a owner, and student is a group, and this is the permission. Okay, this is the permission. For example, I want to change this file's owner. Okay, so again I'm copying this permission. I'm keeping here. I want to change the owner. Okay, this is the owner, right? Owner means user, which is group. I want to change this owner. The command is ch1, but these commands only run by, okay, these commands by root only. Okay, these things will be done by root only. So be careful. You can try, otherwise. Okay, so ch1 and the file name is ch file one. Okay, I want to change the ownership of this file. Then I have to give so user name also. So currently this is the student, and I want to change this owner to. So what is the question here? So don't go with the command. Okay, current owner. Who is the current owner or a user? Owner or a user? This student. Now I want to change it to user one. I want to change it to user one. So current owner is student, and I want to change it to user one. Okay, I'm not changing user name on this file. Guys, listen carefully. On this file, this is on this file, this is user or a owner. I'm changing this owner on this file. I'm changing this owner on this file. Some people will confuse changing a username, changing username, like a changing user. So they will go to user mode command. They go to user mode command, or changing like this. So they will confuse between ownership and username. Here it is not about username. It's about ownership on the particular file. Owner on the file or a user on the file. User on the file. Okay, means like this student get RWX, right? So this student will get RW. If I change it to user one, if I change this one to user one, then user one get user permissions. Simple. I'm changing. So this is a ch1 and ch file one and user one. It's throwing a error. Okay, it is invalid user. So I given a wrong name. So ch1 user one. So little bit confusion will be there. So I'm changing ownership, right? So ch1 user one ch file one. This is correct, but problem is changing ownership of ch file one is not permitted. Then what to do? Use sudo, because I'm a sudo user, so I'm using sudo command. Done. So this is become user one. So where have we done mistake? Here it is done a mistake. Okay, ch file one. Okay, so these commands by root are sudo sudoers. So for sudoers, you have to use sudo command before this one. Sudo you have to use it, or you can use like this. For sudoers, in this case, student is a sudoer by default. By default, not by default. We yesterday we changed it to sudoer. That's it. Okay, sudo. I think you got the point. So the warner is changed. If you change the warner, it means warner got a permission. Now user one others earlier now is become a user. So you can go to user. So put it clear. Okay. So ls sorry cat ch file one. You can read the file. See, because read and write permission is there. Want to check it again? ll read and write permission for user one, and also write permission is also there. Cat ch file one. I can I am user one. Anything. Control D. See, I can able to add the text to it. Actually, here as per this permission, user one is normally earlier user one is a other user. Now user one become a user means become a owner. So I can change the permission also. For example, I want to add a I want to remove write permission group write permission. I want to remove. So I'm can able to change the permission also. Sorry, what is this? Yeah, here it is. So I remove the permission also. Write permission. I can change the permission because of I am the owner now. So how to change the owner? Like this ch1 user one like this. Either you can use sudo command or you can do with the root. Switch to root or I go to root and you can change the ownership. So this is about it. See, this is others are not allowed, right? Others are student group members can able to read, others cannot able to write. So we'll see this one. The student can read the file or not. Can able to read it. How? Because student in a student group. Student in a student group. Next, can I put some data in this one? Permission denied. I can't able to write because of Warner permissions. Sorry, group people cannot able to write. Can be able to read but cannot able to write. But I have a group permission, but I don't have a write permission for a group, and as well as others also don't have write permissions. Warner is changed now. So this is ch1. How to change the ownership? ch1 user and the file or a directory name. Okay. Next, chgrp group change. So what is the current permissions on it? We'll go to that current one only. So this is the current permissions on it. Okay, so we'll check the current permissions. How to check it? LL. So I'm not giving all the commandments. Okay, this is changing ownership. This is changing group. Okay, so the group is student. The group is student. I want to change the student group to group one on the file on ch file one. I want to change the group from student to this one. So you have to put it first group name. Don't leave mistakes again. Ch file one. Like this we can do. So either by sudo user same or root. So I'm putting clear ll ch file one. So who is the owner? Who is the owner? User one. Who is what is the group? Student. Ch grp. Okay, and group is group one. I want change it to group one. So group permissions on a file. Okay, group ownership. I'm changing group ownership. Now not operated. So sudo. I'm using sudo guys. So make habit of using sudo also. It's a better one. Okay, now earlier is a student, now it is group 1. I'm a student, right? Can I read this file? Now I'm become others. See, I'm become others. I'm a student. So then user is user 1, group is group 1, and student is become others automatically on this one. So user get a user 1. So user 1 get a read and write permission. Group 1 users getting read permissions, others getting a no permission. So what I want to do is cat ch file 1 access denied. I can't able to read it, but I can override with sudo. That's the difference between sudo and normal one. So I can override with a sudo. Do as a super user. That's it. But normally student become others. So this is how we can able to change the group permission. Okay, chgrp. Okay, now we'll clear. So how much you understand, I don't know, guys. Okay, please tell me. So I'm creating a file here, ch file 3. Okay, this is ch file 3 file. Control D. So I created a file llch file 3. I got a student is created, right? Student, and student is a user, student is a group. Student is a user, student is a group. Now I will ask question is how many users I have? ID user 2, user 1 is there, user 2 is there, user 3 is not there, and I have a groups like a group 1, group 2, student is another group. I think group 3 is there. Group 3 is not there, right? So check it like tail minus 3. So someone put a smoke. I don't know why they put a smoke here. That too enough. Okay. Group 1, group 2, user 1 group is also there. There is a group name called user 1, and a student group is also there. Okay. Now the question is, this is the student. I want to change it to. So I will put here. So this is the thing, right? So first student, user or owner is student. First one, student. I want to change it to user 2. I want to change it to ownership on ch file 3. Second, group. Group is also student. Okay, I want to change the group to group 2 on ch file 1 file. Guys, now tell me the command. First this one and second this one. Tell me the command. How to change ownership? The owner is current owner is student. Now I want to change the owner to user 2. I want to change the user from student to user 2. How to change it?
From students, sir.
Yeah, from student or anywhere. So just command only I want.
Okay. Sudo ch on
ch1
the file name user 2.
username first, right?
Yes.
User 2 ch file 3, right?
File.
This is the one. Next, how to change group ownership from this student to group 2. Demo command is there already.
Ch group
ch group
group 2
group 2
ch file 3.
ch file 3. Very good. So like this we can able to change it. So we'll try once again. Like, so ch1 user 2 ch file 3
Sir, in student we need to put
sudo.
the sudo now.
So you have
Sudo.
to put a sudo. Again checking ll ch file 3. Now the user is changed. Now I'm going to change the group to group 2, group ownership. Sudo chgrp. Okay,
Group 2.
group 2 ch
CH file
file.
3.
Now again verify. Now both we changed successfully. Once again I will ask same question, same thing. Okay, this time I will do thing in anywhere you can do it. So
Hello, sir.
yeah, tell me.
When I'm putting sudo in
Hmm.
student, it's asking for a password.
You are not deleted that hashtag.
No, sir. I deleted that hashtag. It's showing dollar sign. I switch user to student and using that command with sudo, but
Okay.
it is again asking for password.
So actually, last yesterday is also it has happened like that, right? For me.
Yes.
So what is the thing? When you log in, like I log in with a
Yes.
student, okay, and I use a root to go to sudo ers sudo ers, and I remove the hashtag, okay, for a percentage wheel group, okay, and
Okay.
also add a student to wheel group. That is also done. Again, I checking with this one sudo command here. It is asking password or scolding. Why? Because the student still not get that update. You have to log out and log in, or separately log out and log in.
Okay.
Then only sudo will work. Because setting you change, no, user setting, you when
Yes.
you change a user setting. So when user is live, so that setting may not apply. So then better to log out and log in. So what to do? Exit again, login. Okay? So do that one.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. If still not getting, you can tell me, like you can share the screen as well.
Yes,
Okay,
sir. Sure.
guys. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. So here I done a two commands, right? So ch1, chgrp, like that. Same scenario I will write here. So what is the current these users? This is student only, right? So um, guys, ls space ch file 3. Sorry, ll. Okay. So again, same file. So we don't need another file. So we need a same file. Okay. So who is the user now? Current user is user 2, right? Next, current group owner is group 2.
Group 2.
Okay. Now again, I want to change. Okay. So I want to change from user 1 to, sorry, user 2 to user 1. Okay. On ch file 3. Okay, and group also I want to change. The group thing is also group 2 to group 1. I wish to practice anything, right, on ch file 3. So why I put a specifically means main concentration is this one only. Whatever the previous user, whatever the previous group, but current to to whom you are changing, to which user or to which group you are changing is required. So what to do? Again, ch1 or a sudo, whatever it is the command. Okay, so ch1 user1, like ch1 user1 file name, chgrp user1 file name, right? So we have to use two commands. but I will do at a time. So I have to do two steps. Last time we done two steps. Now I do in single step only. Sudo ch1, okay, sudo ch1 hyphen capital R, okay, capital R also not required for one file only, right? It's a one file only. So user one colon group one ch file 3. What I use? I use a sudo. Of course, I'm in a student, so then I use a sudo ch1 user one colon group one on the file. So we'll see the permission changes. It changed. Earlier it is like this. Now it is like this. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So at a time also we can change it. So already I told no. So the Linux has so many things like this. So earlier it is user 2 group 2, now user 1 group 1. I change everything in a one single command only. Okay, so next, of course I have a ls space hyphen ld dir1. Oh, two are there, so dir1. So this is a dir1 and this is a dir2. Okay, so this dir1 folder owner is student, group is student, and this is the permissions. I can't able to change the permissions because of both are in a different ways. So here what I want to use is the folders user is student, group is student. Inside a file, user is user 1, group 2, student is there. So two files. Now there is a thing like a folder owner is student, but inside file owner is one of the file is user one, another file is student, and group is also student on a directory, and files one of the file having a group ownership is group 2, and another file is a student. Now I want to change everything at a time only. ch1 hyphen capital R, to whom I want to change. I will change to user 2 colon uh, group 2 or group 1, my wish to do it anything on dir1. So what happened on directory the owner is user 2, group ownership is group 1. Internal files also will change automatically. Internal files also will change automatically. Guys, this is a very important command. Be careful and use wisely. Now what is the sudo effect? Sudo effect. So how to do thing root, then it is no problem. I'm using student only. Now no errors. Then verify. See the internal files, user and group ownership is changed. On directory also will check it. On directory also we check it. So this is the uh, on directory user 2 group 2. You can see on directory user 2 group 1, on the files also user 2 group 1. And also I'm going to sudo chmod space hyphen capital R 755, just for example 755 and dir. And now on directory the permissions are 755 permissions, we got it. Okay, read write execute read write, sorry, read write execute, read execute, read execute. And on the files also we got the same permission set only. Of course if you want to change into different mode of permissions like um, 640, like last time we tried this one. Okay, so permission denied. Why? Yeah, because we given this permission like this. See, the permissions are changed, but if you take directory must have a execute permissions. The directory must have execute permissions. Okay, like that. So what I done? So forget about this one. So we'll go to this one. So how much I've written here? ch1 we have written. Okay, okay. On directory, for example, you have a directory on directory also ch1 hyphen capital R. Okay, so we use user one colon group one. Anything like user two, we use it. User two group one layer one, like that, and we verify ls. Okay, so ls space hyphen ld, so dir one, also verify ls dir one, anything, just you can verify. Next permission set also you can do it, chmod hyphen capital R, then 777. Okay, so dir1, like this also you can able to do it. 755, your wish, like this. Okay, so then verification. What is hyphen R? My point is hyphen R represent recursive. Directory under directory files also will change with the permissions. Okay, so these are about your changing permissions. Of course, how much time we taken? Almost it is okay. Now we have very less time, so we have almost we are reached 1 o'clock. Okay, guys, why we use temp? Why we are using this temp kind of stuff? Because ls space hyphen ld slash temp, if you check it, temp has all permissions. But problem with the temp, okay, of course, problem with the temp, what happened? ls. Problem with the temp is a temporary for temporary data storage purpose only. Temporary data storage purpose only. But I want a directory. What I want? I want a directory. I will tell scenario. Morning only I told na. So in Linux we should learn based on the task or a scenario based only. You can't learn the Linux just by learning a command and leave it. Then you didn't learn anything in Linux. Just you learn just a command. You learn a chmod command and you leave it. So then you didn't learn anything. You didn't learn Linux. You learn a command, not Linux. Okay, to learn Linux we should learn the Linux based on a task or a scenario based only. Of course we learn the command, but we task and scenario based, how to utilize the command is very important. Okay, that's why I'm telling all these stories. So the story is, I use a slash temp. Temp is a temporary directory but not for actually permanent directory, right? It is the data in the directory won't store for longer period of time. So if you don't use the data for next 30 days, it will delete automatically. Okay, next 30 days if you don't use the data, it automatically deletes. So what I want is, I want a directory. I want a directory. That directory should access by everyone. Should access by everyone. Got it? So should access by everyone in the system. नेट चालू है नहीं आ रहा है just 1 second. Okay, sorry guys for disturbance. Okay, what I want to create, I want to create a directory. I want to create a directory. Okay, this directory can be accessed by everyone. Okay, so where I have to create this type of directory, and what permissions has to give. It's a normal hobby of using have. I have, right? So I use have, so then I have to create, where have to create directory, and what permissions has to give it. Now tell me this answer. Which is the better place to create a directory? Temporary is not suitable. Temporary directory is like a temporary purpose only. I want to create somewhere. Okay. Can I create under this slash root by root directory? Can I do under home slash student kind of stuff? So user under user, which is a suitable one. One more option is there. I didn't tell that option. That is correct answer. Where it is a better, more ideal location. The ideal location is slash only, just a slash only, because this root has a permissions, right? So for example, uh, restrictions are there. ls space hyphen um, ld ld slash root. Okay, it contains, why it is showing like this, it contains this kind of permission: read, write, read, execute, like this. Okay, so if you go to the home as student, see, only owner of the file, owner of this directory can able to access, others cannot access. For example, you create a directory in this one, everyone can able to access, where everyone cannot able to access. If you create a directory under slash root, like a root directory, this is root, right? pwd, this one, ls space hyphen ld slash root. This is also everyone cannot able to do something inside. Okay, so if I create a directory inside, so if I has a directory, the directory cannot able to access by other users. If I create a directory under my working directory, everyone cannot able to access it. So what I have to do is, better I will create the directory under slash only. So I have to create directory under slash only. So this is, so main system directory. It is a main system. So system all directories under this one only. That's why this is suitable location. Next, what permission I should give? Everyone should access. What permission for everyone should access means? For example, I'm creating a
Uh,
directory under slash. So um, data, just data. Okay, so I created mkdir slash data. So like or data dir. So data dir. I created this directory. Now what permissions have to give?
Read, write, execute for three of them.
Yes, everybody
Yes,
can
sir.
able to access, right? User, group, others can able to access, right? Then like ch, right, okay, on slash data dir. Okay, so we'll see how to create it. I'm using root, so root has no problem. So I'm using root. So ls space slash. So these are the directories, already existing directories by default. Okay, now I'm creating mkdir slash data dir in this one. Okay, now I created ls space hyphen, sorry, ls ls space slash. So this is the directory. Where is the directory? This is the directory I created under slash, under slash. Now ls space hyphen ld. So don't forget a slash. Slash represent the directory in under slash. If you don't put a slash, directory in current directory. So be careful. The slashes are important. Locations are important. Okay, see, this is the permissions on this directory. So what I'm going to do is chmod hyphen capital R. If you wish, you can use hyphen R, or you don't need to use it also. Okay, so 777 slash data dir. Now everyone will get permissions: read, write, execute, read, write, execute. Or you want to limit it, you can limit it also. Now I want to give permission to everyone. I given everyone permission, but I didn't given permission to. So I didn't change my this one. So anyone can go. So where is this data dir created by root and root group, but everyone permission. First of all, I want to check with the student. So cd slash data dir. Yes, I can go to data dir. Can you see? I can go to data dir. Anything is there? Nothing. Can I create a file and this one? Touch. Uh, mm, est1 something file ls. I created ll. This is the file I created. Student and student. Okay. This is the file. Now I'm going to user one. I'm going to user one. Again cd slash data dir. I'm going inside a directory. I went inside a directory. So ll, sorry. Can you see? This is the file is there already. Can I create a new file here? Touch ut1 anything just ll. Can you see? This file is created by student and this file is created by user. Okay. So you want to change it to everything into one person or anything. So like this, what I created directory in the under slash data dir and I given a permission to everyone. I given a permission to everyone so that user, group and owner will get a read write execute. So anyone can able to create a data. So it is become a most common directory. So understand, so but while installing applications some of work related, this is very useful. Next time we do few things, that time we'll definitely learn how to do these things. Okay, that time it is very useful changing a whole permission like Oracle installation and all. So while you are doing it, okay, very important management in administration, Linux related things is important. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm in a different place. Okay, so I'm also go to slash uh, that dir. Okay, so ls. Okay, ll. So when this user creating a files, it is automatically got this fine thing, right? Okay. Sorry. Student clear cd. So only one part, only last part, guys. Careful. Okay, I'm also need to cook something also food. I'm going to create a file just for this practice. Okay, okay, I'm creating a file. Okay, so just creating a file uf1. I'm creating a file name is uf1 ll uf1. Now when I create a file, I'm a student. When I create a file on these permissions are there already there, right? I didn't change the permission, already there. These permissions already there. For example, I'm creating a directory for example, UD1. I will tell why I use UD1. Okay, UD1. Okay. So on this directory, we have permission set. Understand? On this file, we have a permissions. On this directory, we have a permissions, and always we'll get this permission. Always we'll get same permission, right? So I'll go to touch uf2 and ll uf2. Can you see same permissions like uf1? Who give this permission? How system knows what permission should get it? Okay, how system knows? So why this is this default permission on file or directory? Okay, so the default permissions on directory, how it will define? How it will define? Okay, so how it define default permissions on a file or directory by creating that files. Like I created a file like a UF1 and I check UF1, and also I created a mkdir UD1, and also I'll check UD1. Then I find some permission set, right? So what permission set I got it like this. How system by default giving this read and write and read permissions on it. Anybody having an idea? Okay, so yeah. Okay, so how it will define, I will show you this one. I put it clear. Okay, so because of this is confusion is there. Okay, but no, we need a more visibility. Command is umask. When you type umask, it show some value. When you type umask, it show some value. Alright, so this is a command I type. So I'll go to this command. Okay, so output. This is a umask value. First 0 leave it and go to this is the value. Okay, and how we got this permission, so we'll see. Okay, so first of all I'm taking 666. What is 666? Read write, read write, read write on the files, right? I took a 666 and a umask value, remove the first 0, that's it, 002. Okay, so this is a our umask value. 664 is a subtraction, right? What is this one? RW or like this. What permission I am getting on this one? See, may I getting same permission like this? Okay, next take 777 and take umask value, remove the first 0 and put a full value like this. Now 775 after subtraction. What is the meaning of this one? What is the meaning of this one? RWX, RWX, or X.
X.
Okay, so very good. So can I RWX or X, right? Can you see this one like this? Can you see, right? Same thing. So this umask value decide the what permissions by default you should get it. Can we change? Can we change umask value? Yes, we can able to change it. How to change then? How to change? First of all, okay, we have to calculate what permission set by default you want to get it. Just for example, when I create a file, it should come like this: rw r r only. Okay, this is my estimation. If I create a directory rwx rx rx, guys, always both are relevant. These two are relevant always. If you want rwx, you won't get it. You want this one for a file, you want a this one for a directory, you won't get it like that. Okay, always both are relevant only. Okay, now tell me, in a numbering system, 6 4 4, right? For this one, this is I desired, I want this kind of permission. From next time onwards, when I create a file or a directory, those will get this kind of permission, not above permission, not above the permission, not these permissions, not this permission. I want these permissions when I create a new file or a directory from next onwards. What is this value? 7
Five one.
5 5 7 5 5. Very good.
Sir, 5-1.
Rx
Okay, okay. Sorry.
Rx. Okay. Now, so what to do? So I'm taking one value. One is enough. 777 and 755 and subtraction. What is the value? 0 double 2. So this is my UMask value. So if you can do reverse calculation also like this. Okay. This is a UMask value. The command is very simple. UMask 0 double 2. That's it. 0 double 2. Then you can try, student. So UMask 0 double 2. Okay, so earlier value is this one. Now I change it to this one to see whether changed or not. Now see, I change my UMask value from 002 to 0 double 2. Okay, so that changed my UMask value. Now I'm going to create a new file. Touch UF3 LL UF3. Can you see the permission set is changed? I'm going to create a directory. Okay, so UD2 and L plus minus hyphen LD, anything like you can use it. Okay, so can you see that the our based on our UMask value we are getting these permissions. Okay, so got the understand UMask value, but I want to touch UF2, but still it is showing a world permission UF2 and UF3 showing a new permission, but world files showing a world permissions only. Why? Why it is showing still showing world permissions? Guys, understand? So when you create a new file, so when you change a UMask value, after that one you create a file or directory that only affected with the UMask value. The previously created data, the directories or files not affected with the your UMask value. Okay, so not affected. The previously already existing data won't affected with the your changing value. You changed it, but that won't affect it to the previous one. Only effect is for new one only. Okay, so that's a UMask value. When you change the umask value to something and do try to do create a files and verify the things, then what to do? Again, reset to the umask value to world 1002 and verify. So my umask value previously is a 0002, right? This is the 2. Now I'm changing back to the 1 only. So umask. If you don't change, what will happen? Nothing, no problem. If you change worstly, then become worst. Like uh, to the triple two, 422, like that. If you give umask value 777 or 666, not no permissions at all. If you give umask value 777, no one is getting any permissions. So what is the use of that one? Okay, so better verify it also. So change back to the what is the default value is there. Change back it. Okay, so this is about your umask value. Thus, this is why this is a thing in your permissions are completed. Of course, one more is there that is called a get FACL set FACL permissions also there. If possible, I will show that one. And as per the morning planning, okay, what is our morning planning? What we didn't complete it, so that we have to do it. So right, PS kill cron tab I will take in afternoon, of course. Meanwhile, I have to download a new fresh any if I will check it any Windows 10 fresh one is there. Okay, I will tell you how to download and all. Today I will show you that one also. Okay, so afternoon, if possible, I will show you the get FACL set FACL. Second is important PS and kill and AT and cron tab. Any leftover things we'll see, and Windows 10 installation also we'll see. Installation and one or two settings. Okay, one or two. So day after tomorrow, so you got a mission ready by today night. We'll do it. Okay, guys, complete your all the practicals and take time. We'll back at 2:30, guys. 2:30. Any changes? I will tell you. Max time is 2:45. 2:30 to 2:45. Be there here. Okay. At least log in by 2:30. I will start at 2:45. Okay. So someone send a message or something. Okay. So I'm stop. I forget to